Yo, what's going on guys? Today I'm going to be showing some difficult matchups that I played by using Pekka Bridgespam. Now the first guy is going to be playing some Hog EQ. Now this was a really difficult and annoying matchup. As you know, they always go Hog the first play. Now I had a terrible cycle for this, so I just had to avoid it, sacking like what, 2 Hog hits. Now generally in this matchup you want to avoid getting as many Hog hits, and you have to be careful of the Firecracker because that is the most no skill card in the game currently. Now, well actually no, there's probably a lot more no skill cards, but the Firecracker is extremely annoying. Now it goes Firecracker in the back, and I don't really have a good response to this. So I just go for Mother Witch in the back. Now I have to be a bit careful. I was hoping the E-Spirit would take the King activation, but it didn't, so I go for a Ghost in the Cracker. Now for some reason it locks on. I don't know why, but it just starts spamming all the spells. He's like what, at 3-4 elixir, so what I end up doing is I just start to bandit at the bridge because I know he has a terrible cycle. I expect skeletons, but instead he throws down guards, which is really annoying because if he had skeletons I could have zapped that, and then I would have forced out his tower, and that would have been really good for me because I could go Ram Rider, but he didn't have skeletons, so that ended up making it harder. Now I use a Ram Rider to distract the knight because I didn't really have the best response. I do force out the bomb tower though, which is nice. So I'm up on an elixir, and that's a very important thing. As long as I'm up on elixir, I should be fine in this matchup, because if I'm down elixir at all and I can't defend a Hog Rider, then I can end up taking some serious damage, because you either need at least 2 cards to defend a Hog Rider or you need a Pekka, so you gotta be very careful about that. Now I play a Wizard in the back because I expect him to go Hog. He plays a Firecracker up high for some reason, so I just take the free damage. Now I'm pretty sure he's gonna go Knight Hog Rider, so I'm getting ready with my Pekka. I Pekka the bridge instantly so he doesn't go Hog Rider. He actually probably could have gotten like I think a hit, but he doesn't. Now I'm pretty sure he's going to be playing guards on this, so I place my Water Witch behind this, and then I need to time my zap exactly right so that I can end up screwing him over. He plays an Earthquake, which I don't know why, and then I just zap him, and that worked really well in my favor, because now the pigs, while the Mother Witch is dead, the pigs are boosting the Pekka, and the Pekka is on tower. That Evolved Knight isn't going to save him. He plays it terribly, and now that should be his entire tower. Now I should be careful here because he can Hog Rider with this, and he has the Evolved Knight on the field, so I will go Ram Rider opposite lane to avoid him from going Hog Rider, and for some reason the bomb tower does not pull, and that was very fortunate for me, so I have a damage advantage on this side. Now he goes for the Evolved Cracker, so I play a Ghost, but unfortunately I didn't need that, but that's fine. I'm down a little bit of elixir, so I'm forced to void again, and I take a bunch of damage, so I try zapping just to see if I can minimize the damage as much as I can, because I need to defend. I need to predict this guy's every move. Now what I end up doing here is I go for an Evolved Wizard in the back, and he goes for guards. Now that interaction didn't really work out too well for me because of his Cracker. Now I play a Bandit up high because I'm worried he's going to just go Hog Cracker up in the bridge. Now he doesn't do that, so I'm actually pretty set. Now Pekka like this is so he can't Cracker me. He has another knight for his to defend his Cracker annoyingly.
Now I can lose this matchup just as easily, so I have to be really careful. So I provide a Ram Rider opposite lane to provide some additional pressure. I need to make sure I constantly put pressure opposite lane so he can't just go in with a Hog Rider. And because of that pressure, he was forced to do elixir. He go Hog Riders like really late, but I have my void already set for his prediction, and I have an Evolve Zap for his E-Spirit. He is done for, and I just obliterated him despite him having a 100-0 matchup. So that was excellently played. Now on to the next game against Bray, who's playing this minor mortar deck with Goblin Gang. Now generally the best way to beat this is generally when they mortar you on a Ram Rider opposite lane, so they either are always taking damage when they're going in, or they have to defend that and they risk exposing the mortar. So he plays Spear Gob, so he plays a bandit to defend that. Now he has to respond to this bandit, but he has a lot of responses in hand. He plays the Goblin Gang, so I wasn't surprised. I play a Ghost to defend that, and that goes really well in my favor. Now he has Minor and Mortar and Psycho. He goes for the Cannon card, and I really hate that card like so much. I cannot emphasize how much I hate that card. My Ghost actually makes some pretty good work of the Cannon card. Now I go back in the back, but which wasn't really the best play because he could just Mortar opposite lane or go Minor Bats. And now the Cannon card I keep does not lock on my tower, fortunately, because of the Cannoneer and how broken that is. Now he goes for Defensive Mortar, which I found very strange, so I just take the free void on that. And now he goes for Bats, which was a huge mistake on his part, so just go for the Mother Witch. The Mother Witch, always Mother Witch on the Bats. The Mother Witch will provide so many piggies, it will speed the process up so much. Now he uses like what, 5 elixir right there, so I just zap the Spear Gobs, and then he goes for a Goblin Gang. The Mother Witch actually gets another pig on that, and then what I go is I do Ram Rider opposite lane, because look, he just has Minor. He's either forced to go for Defensive Mortar, so he can't just go in instantly on the next push, which works out really well for me, because he's at like what, 2 elixir right now, and I have a heavy elixir advantage, and most of his tower is nearly dead because of all the piggies. Now he's completely out of elixir. The bats are going to be a little bit annoying, but I can just eat those damage on the tower. Now all I gotta do is just recycle and repeat, because he doesn't have a mortar in cycle at all, so he can't go in, so I can just go in for another huge Pekka Pekka push. Generally, if they don't have the mortar and psycho, you want to Pekka low, so you can just provide a very nice split lane push. If he does have a mortar and psycho, then you kind of need to Pekka high, so the mortar just doesn't lock on your tower. Alright, so he's going to probably respond to this Pekka with a cannon card. Now generally I'd void it, but he's going to most likely prediction block it with a spear gobs. So what I want to do is stay a little bit passive. I don't want to go too aggressive. So the best move is I just got to wait for the spear gobs. Yeah, exactly. So I'm just going to wizard on the back. I need to force as much elixir as I can so that he has a terrible cycle for going in, because he has the evolve mortar and cycle. I need to fix my cycle up as well. And I force out the skeleton king, which is really good for me, because now I can murder witch just any swarm he places right in front of the mortar, which is going to be really good for me. Now he tries going in here, which was a terrible idea. I just eat some minor damage and go for a ghost and a bandit. The bandit actually goes back to the minor, which was really one of my favorite. He did a terrible god gate. Now I decide to go all in here because I know that he has the evolve mortar and cycle, and I want him to not use that in offense because it's going to be really annoying to defend. And I just end up completely taking his tower. Now he evolved mortars here, which is terrible, so I just take the free void. And then I don't know what the spear goblins were. And that is just me. I've just completely won this game. I outplayed him completely. I countered the cycle, and that's essentially how you want to play this matchup. You want to make sure they can't constantly go in by going in with those Ram Riders, and if they end up going in, you want to kind of Pekka high, or at least go Ram Rider opposite lane, so you can't, so they can't necessarily just defend that mortar. Anyway, let's skip on to the next game. Alright, now on to the next game. Not really sure what this guy is playing, so it's best to be a little bit patient, see what he pulls up. It's not really doing anything, so I'm playing a ghost in the back. Just gotta play it safe. Let's see a response to that. Oh, he has barbs. Okay, my first thoughts are either Lava Hound or Golem. If it's both matchups are pretty good for me. Now let's see how he responds to these barbs. I'm gonna go for a Wizard on the left side to deal with the left side Barbarians. Should be from on the right. Oh, Golem! First play. That is very aggressive. I'm probably just gonna let that Wizard go up front and Pekka in the back. Cannon, you can take care of the barbs on the other side very nicely. Pekka's gonna do a nice job. Oh, he plays an E-Dragon to that. I disagree with that. And Skeleton Drags. Okay, just go Ram Rider opposite lane because that was all his elixir. And then I can just void and zap perhaps both those dragons. Yeah, and zap just kills the Skeleton Dragons with the Electro Dragon on extremely low HP. The Cannoneer will finish off the Electro Dragon. And I have a decently HP Pekka. He might even have to respond to that. If he does, it's gonna be really good for me. Now let's see what he does. Yeah, no, he just lets it die. Actually, no, he gets shot on the tower. Very good. I'm just going to ban it opposite lane to keep up the pressure. I don't want him building a big golden push on me. Yeah, look at that. He's forced a tornado. And that was really good. Because if he barbs, he would have spent a lot of elixir. I'm going to play the ghost trying to see if I can force out the barbs. He plays a healer. Okay, I think this is golden pump then. I know this deck. I can't let him pump at all. I have to save my voice for those. Otherwise, he can get a massive push that can overwhelm me. And that's going to be a huge issue for me. Especially in double and triple elixir. So I got to keep up the pressure. I'm gonna go for a Ram Rider to deal with that healer, and I'm just gonna avoid his pumps and take that elixir advantage. He goes for the Electro Dragon, which is crazy. Not really the best Electro Dragon of his. And the Bomber as well. That's a lot of elixir. That's like 7 elixir for 5. I'm just gonna take a zap on those. And I should get hopefully 2 piggies. Only one, that's unfortunate. I'm gonna go Bandit to discourage him from goleming. Let's see if he just eats the damage. And actually, he does, surprisingly. Interesting, he's just gonna go on in with a golden push. I gotta be careful here. I have to make sure I don't get overwhelmed, because I can easily just lose all 3 of my towers like this. So I'm just gonna go for a Pekka in the back. He's probably gonna go for Electro Dragon. And no, he just used Electro Dragon. He's probably gonna go for healer. Then he's gonna go for Skeleton Dragons and Electro Dragon. I'm just gonna play a ghost opposite lane so I can take his tower. Yeah, there it is. We have both the dragons. So I'm just gonna play an Evil Wizard. Evil Wizard is gonna get a lot of value here. Oh, he's good for barbs as well. That is crazy. I'm just gonna go for a Void and an Evil Zap so I can kill the Evolve Bomber. This is gonna get a crazy amount of damage. Now all I gotta do is hopefully the Evolve Wizard. Oh, it took down the entire push. That is crazy. The Evolve Wizard really carried there. What? Oh, it just died. That's interesting. I'm not exactly sure how it died. I'm going for Ram Rider. I'm gonna keep the pressure so he just can't go in. And I think I've just won this game here. See, what this matchup was all about is basically you got to constantly keep pressuring so they can't have a big giant push, and then try to utilize your wizard value and then just void those pumps in the end just to avoid getting a massive overwhelming push. Alright, now on to the next game. Let's see what he's playing. Alright, so he goes for a princess at the bridge. That is very unfortunate that it gets a log. Okay, it seems like I'm playing against log bait. I just play a ghost to deal with the princess, and unfortunately he Mega Knights. That is a crazy Mega Knight. I'm just gonna put my Pekka for it, and we're gonna be just chilling as the Pekka calmly just wipes the Mega Knight off the floor. Now I think this should be my matchup, but I gotta be a bit careful for this. Now I'm pretty sure he's gonna have some sort of swarm, so I'm gonna have my Mother Witch ready for his swarm. He plays a Dart Goblin, so I think I know this deck, and it's gonna be a very advantageous. He plays mirror logs. That is wild. And that was also a lot of elixir. He only played bandit. Oh, he unfortunately scored me. I should have played a bandit opposite lane. That was a misplay on my fault. But still, I think I'm going to take a bit of damage though, because that zap was very delayed. I think I'm down a little bit of elixir. So I might, if he goes for a goblin bear or a princess, I might have to sack some damage. Now let's see what he does here. He's not playing anything, so it's going to be very advantageous for us because we can just recover our elixir and get ready to defend. He goes for Princess to Bridge again. I'm not really surprised. I should have predicted that, honestly. And he goes Mega Knight again. Okay, these mid-ladder players, they're like a robot. Just rinse and repeat over and over again. And bats. Okay, I'm just going to go for Pekka. Unfortunately, I don't have enough elixir for my Mother Witch, but I'm still going to see if I can utilize it by getting like a bunch of piggies with it. Hopefully I can. I think I can get like 3 piggies with this. Yeah, and they're going to be pushing the Pekka a lot. I should be forcing out some elixir from this. I plays log and he's probably going to play his mirror log as well. Yeah, I thought so. And now we're in a pretty good spot. I'm pretty sure he's low on elixir using the mirror log. So I'm just going to throw a banner at the bridge, see what he does for it. And fortunately for us, he let us connect. So he's in a very difficult situation. He has an RG. Okay. That RG is going to be very unfortunate for us because it is going to get some hits. But the void should bail us out. And I'm also going to put a ramrod as well to put some additional pressure as well. He's going to go for the Skarmy, so I'm going to zap it. Let's go. Ramrod connects and the tower is ours. Now he's probably going to go for Princess at the bridge because he's like one of those no skill players who will just spam Princess at the bridge as a win condition. So I'm going to predict it with my ghost. There we go. Excellent. And now I just got to be careful with the RG. So what I'm probably going to do is, I think the best move is to wizard low. And he goes for Mega Knight. Okay, I'm just going to Pekka the bridge. Try to discourage him from going in Mega Knight. And I'm also going to provide some opposite lane pressure. That way he just can't go in with a huge push. Like look, that bandit on the opposite side forced out a Dart Goblin. And that should force out even more elixir. Yeah, he just goes for a Skarmy. Now I gotta make sure I don't lose my other side tower. So I'm just going to go with the Mother Witch, provide a lot of counter pressure. And the Ghost as well. This should be a very good push on the opposite lane. Now he either risks taking our tower and losing his other tower, or he can just, it seems like he's just giving up though, so it doesn't really matter. We're going to take his tower and just win the game. We might even get the 3 crown. Yes, it was a very good game indeed. And I'm going to end the video here, and I'm going to see you guys all in the next one. Peace.